Hello, everybody. Welcome to this Thanksgiving special. Um, with that said, happy Thanksgiving to everybody who is watching this. Like I said for the Halloween special, if you're watching this on Thanksgiving, cool. If you watch it another day, well, it was released on Thanksgiving, so you know, it's still a Thanksgiving special. But today, okay, high school DxD. You guys have no idea how long I've been waiting to be able to do this video. I have a figure to unbox today of a character that holds a very special place in my heart. I haven't mentioned her because unfortunately I haven't had a figure of her. But I was able to pre-order a figure that just came out, and I'm like super excited about it because it's the very first one of this character. Some of the other figures that I've seen of this character are like really expensive, so it kind of sucks, but I was able to get this one for retail actually from Ami. So I'm very happy to present to you Akeno Himejima. So little information about Akeno. So if you guys have seen my About Me video, which explains a little bit of how I got into anime, how I got into figure collections, collecting and all that stuff. Well, I mentioned that one of the very first, not necessarily the very first one, but one of the first anime that I saw was High School DxD. When I first started watching anime, I was very interested, and I guess you can still say I'm pretty much still very interested, but I was very interested in some of the spicy stuff, some of the somewhat degenerate, I guess you can say. And a friend of mine at the time, he said, well, High School DxD, is great. At that time, I believe there was only 2 seasons out. So I watched it, I loved it, and Akeno Himejima became my number 1 girl. For the longest time, and even now, I will say, Akeno is still, it's kind of hard to say. Let me put it to you this way, right? You guys know I love Albedo. Albedo is everywhere. I do unboxings of Albedos all the time. But I haven't been like a huge fan of Albedo till a little bit more recent, right? But Akeno, Akeno has been waifu since like the longest time. And even though I would say Albedo's number 1, and I do say it, Albedo's number 1, I think Akeno holds like a special place where I guess you can say she's like number 0, or she's just like, I don't know, it's like above the number 1 kind of thing. It's hard to say. And like I mentioned, I haven't mentioned her. And the reason I haven't is because, well, I haven't had an opportunity to mention her because I don't have anything to show you guys. I mean, I do have some stuff I can show you, which I'll be showing you today. But now that I actually have a figure, I'm very happy that I can actually do an unboxing of this character because it's the very first figure. And I'm saying the very first because I do hope to get more. But the very first Akeno figure that I'm going to officially have in my possession. And like mentioned, Akeno, honestly, she's like my, I don't know, I guess you can say, if I consider myself like a weeb or something, it's like my first anime love kind of thing where, Akeno is that girl. But just to show you, and I think I've shown you before, I have these sleeves from like a long time, okay, and I've shown you these sleeves. This is this one, which is actually from High School DxD Born. And behind this, I have actually multiple. When I used to duel Yu-Gi-Oh, and I'm talking about like, not even kidding you, maybe like 2010, maybe prior to that, around that time when I was, dueling. I think it might have been actually later now that I think of it. It might have been like 2012-ish or maybe 2013. I don't know. It's been quite some time now, but this was the sleeves that I would use for my extra deck. So I was doing Yu-Gi-Oh! And my extra deck had these sleeves. These are a little bit bigger, so I would have to put the Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards into like a smaller sleeve, and then I would put it in this one. I still have these sleeves because I haven't thrown them away. They're very special to me, of course, right? And I have this Akeno card here, which is the Ultimate S Akeno. There is another one that's more expensive, and I do hope to get her at some point. I just haven't, got it right now. And I do have this really old sticker, which I haven't put anywhere yet, right? So, not my sticker. I actually did buy this from like one of the vendors at Frankensons. If you guys know, for those of you who are LA local, would probably know Frankensons. I bought this sticker and it's just awesome, but I don't want to put it anywhere because I don't know. I just kind of want to hold it. And of course, I have my own stickers that I've made of Akeno, some very spicy ones, but I'm not gonna go too much into that. But I do have the manga over there, volume 5 of High School DxD, and of course I didn't have another figure to put, and I just thought, you know what, I'm just gonna put the manga that has Akeno on there. So that is the volume 5. The other thing is, well, I believe seasons 1, 2, 3 were animated by a specific studio, and it has this very like old anime style like animation. And then season 4, which I believe is Hero, it changed by Studio Passion or Passione, whatever it's called. And I gotta say, I'm not that fond of that like 4th season, but I really do love seasons 1 through 3. A lot of the figures I've seen, they're all very different. And when I say very different is that, they all look like Akeno, but some of them look kind of different. Like, I don't know, it's just kind of hard to say. At the end of the day, they look like Akeno, just kind of not very spot on. I don't know if it's because they're older figures, but yeah, this is one of them. So this is a 1/7 scale painted figure Akeno Himejima lingerie version from Belfine. And again, it's a figure I wanted. It's a figure I've been wanting for a while. I was actually gonna pick up one of these at the Anime Expo. And a friend of mine was like, dude, you do know this figure is for pre-order. So, pre-ordered it, it's finally here. So, without further ado, let's just go ahead and open this because I'm like super excited. 3, as always, that's what the figure looks like. Let's just get to this and let's see what this figure looks like. And of course, this is a smaller figure than some of the other scales that I've bought, but it is still a scale figure, which, when it comes to scale figures, there is that, how can I say that quality is up there, right? Compared then to like a price figure. So that is what I'm expecting out of this figure. I hope to see some really good quality on this figure. I will say it is actually how can I say it is an X-rated figure because of the pieces that can come off. And as always, anytime I do any figure that is, you know, I guess X-rated, you can say, and it shows a little bit more than, you know, I can actually show on YouTube, I will put that up on Patreon, so you guys can watch. And yeah, pretty much that. I think that's going to be the case with this one. I'm wiping this because I have this, and I'll show it to you right now. And also, by the way, if you guys are wondering why Akeno Himejima for the Thanksgiving special, well, you know, Akeno Himejima is a meal, so, you know, yeah, come on, you guys should know. Okay, so this thing, I didn't know it came with this, and it looks like it's like some type of like very soft thing to lay. Damn, look at that, dude. That's pretty dope to lay the figure on. So man, look at that, very fluffy. Like all these things are flying all over the place, but if you put this here like that, Jesus Christ, they're coming out. If you put this like that, then you lay the figure on top of it, and it's kind of like your, I guess you can say this is like your base, but not really a base, more of a piece of feather, cloth, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, basically it's a kind of a special thing to like put the figure on, and I get it, you know, it's a very special figure to put there. It is Akeno after all. So let me go ahead and remove this because her hair is crazy, but very, very nice. Okay, now I'm thinking, can I remove certain parts of this figure? From what I've seen, you can, but I'm not seeing how you would do it here. But anyways, all right, let's do the reveal. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Look at that, Akeno Himejima lingerie version in her very special, I guess, lingerie, right? And look at that hair, man. Look at that long hair. Come on, guys, you know I love long hair. So you should be able to, you know, pretty much put one and one together and say, yeah, this is one of the reasons why I love Akeno. Her hair is freaking awesome. And, you know, she's just, I mean, I know some people like Ria's Lingerie, of course. She is, you know, obviously the main character. But personally, me, I like Akeno more. I feel like Akeno is, you know, she is better. And, you know, it's Queen Akeno. Come on, guys. Look at that. That's actually really cool that you can display with that. I will say this thing kind of like, well, it has a lot of like, it comes off really easily, which kind of sucks. So like, you definitely don't want to be playing around with it. But, and it's kind of hard because, man, it is white and it gets very dusty, and I'm afraid that it's going to get really dirty. So personally, will I use it to display like this? Probably not, to be honest. But believe me, I will still display the figure, right? But I mean, come on, guys, look at this. Look at that. Look at how great that looks. Look at that. Look at that face. It's just, man, it looks so good. I'm like super happy to, you know, for the first time ever, to have an Akeno figure. Honestly, it's like, you know, it's been one of the things that I've been wanting for such a long time. Again, like I've said, unfortunately, some of these are, you know, very expensive. So it's hard to just say, yeah, you know, I'm just gonna buy one of these like old Akeno figures, because, well, with them being expensive, that's a lot of money. And I mean, I've spent a good amount of money on some figures that are pretty expensive, but believe me when I tell you, some of these Akeno figures, I mean, they're really up there in price. But okay, let me do this. As I'm talking to you guys, I am doing some stuff on the background because I am gonna show you what this figure looks like. You know, how can I say, the X-rated version of this figure. And I'm having a hard time putting, wait a minute, am I doing this wrong? I think I know what happened. Okay, hold up. Sorry about that. I think I figured out what my problem was. Yeah, that's most likely it. Okay, there you go. I was doing something wrong. Okay, I did figure it out. And even though it's gonna be a pain to edit this video because I have to censor it, I will do it and I will show you. Are you ready for it? X-rated Akeno figure. Look at that. God damn. I know, guys. It is or you know what? I might just like completely cut off this whole sequence, right? I might just like clip the sequence out, and then part of the full video will have this part included. The other one, which is like for YouTube, unfortunately, I'm just gonna cut it off. But yeah, I mean, come on, guys, look at that, dude. That is great, man. Obviously, I'm not gonna have her display like that all the time. If not, you know. But I mean, she does look great. I will say that. Here is her little piece, you know, her bra, you know, section, which luckily I was able to figure out how to do it. But yeah, I mean, look at that. How does that look? Doesn't that look like, come on, when I told you it was a meal, come on, am I right? This is a meal, guys, come on. So very Thanksgiving-ish, right? Man, such a great figure. I love this, man. You guys have no idea how excited I am to finally officially have an Akeno figure. I mean, it's been one of those things that I've been wanting to have for such a long time, but clearly I just haven't been able to get one, right? And so like now that I had the opportunity to pre-order this figure and then now actually have the figure, man, it's honestly, in a way, it's like a dream come true, guys. It truly is. For those of you who collect figures as well, right? And you know, you guys probably have some figures that are like grails to you, or figures that you guys have been wanting to I guess just be able to have. Well, for me, this Akeno is that. So, you know, Akeno, absolutely, she is a grail. You know, of course she would be a grail. She's a big grail of mine. You know, like I said, she's not number one. She's number 0. So a little bit above number 1, if you think about it. But yeah, such a fantastic figure. I mean, come on, it's so good. And honestly, like I've seen some of the other figures where, you know, some where she's a lot bigger and stuff like that, and man, they're so good, to be honest. It's just, man, I just wish they weren't so expensive. I mean, if I had like crazy money, why not? I'd buy it. Who cares, you know? And I guess I hope to at some point be able to at least have a little bit more money so that I can be able to buy a little bit more expensive figures, so like more scale figures, you know, I guess especially like, you know, those very like X-rated figures that, you know, those are expensive, unfortunately. I do a lot of price figures, and I will continue to do price figures. That's what I've been doing since I started. But every once in a while I will throw in a scale figure, and every once in a while I will throw in a figure that is a scale figure but a little bit X-rated. And this one is the one for this video. Again, Akeno Himejima, she's a queen. Yeah, she's just the best, guys. Come on. You know, I'm trying to think. I want to do something different for this one because it is a special figure. So I'm gonna say this is, you know what, this is a 10 out of 5. Exactly. Bonus points. Okay, it's just so great. I love this figure. maybe some of you might think, what's a small figure? Yeah, it's kind of small. It's not like a really big figure, but it's a great figure, guys. So yeah, 10 out of 5. It's just a great figure, like really, really good. Very nice. I love how she looks. That pose is great. The outfit is great. The fact that, you know, you can remove parts of it is great. It's just the best, guys. It really is. So I hope you guys are full after that meal, because I'll tell you, I'm kind of full. Like, it's, you know, she's one that's very fulfilling. So again, happy Thanksgiving to you guys. I hope that you guys enjoy the day with your family, that you guys eat a lot, enjoy it, be thankful for everything. I am thankful definitely for this figure and for all the other figures that I've been able to buy. So thank you guys for watching, especially if you guys are watching on Thanksgiving. Thank you for, you know, choosing to do this on this special day. I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks. Bye bye.